Hey, what's up, everyone? I hope you're doing well. We're going to walk through just some little tips on how to schedule appointments from like your social media or with direct outreach. And this came from one of our clients who showed up to our group coaching call for the What to Say. And she just literally had the most relatable question, I think, in the history of the program. And it was just like, I'm stuck with who to invite to sales conversations. Why would I invite them? And so we had a group of about 16 people on this call. We have three different calls in that coaching program, so everyone can attend one. And I was like, who else can relate to this? And like literally every hand went up, and I was like, okay, cool. So let's talk about some stuff that is working right now, like as in right now that we as coaches have been scheduling our own appointments from in the past few weeks, and it's working and it's helping people, as opposed to like a bunch of outdated strategies. So I'm gonna just walk you through how this works. I'm walking on the treadmill, and I have notes. So if you, hopefully I don't like fall. I guess that'll be great for social media. But if you want my notes, just let me know in the comment. Just write notes, and I'll message them over to you after coaching today. So when we're going to invite people to appointments, the best time to invite people to appointments is when we've uncovered a need, like that we can help with. So if I'm thinking about it right, if someone's like, I need more leads, or I need to getting more engagement on social media, or I need to convert my leads, or I need help with my offer, like those are the four things that I help people with. So if I'm talking to someone and they mention something like that, then I am going to be able to invite them to an appointment. But what our client was talking about today, I was like, well, what are you doing right now? She's like, I'm basically just waiting for people to reach out to me to say I'm interested. And I was like, well, that is probably not going to work. And also it takes we don't have any control over that, because as business owners, we are leaders in our organization, and so in our company or whatever. So we lead our potential clients to a possible outcome. And so we can't be that passive, right? And it also just isn't effective. There's a lot of people in our audience, they're literally praying for the solution that we have. And so when we reach out to them, they might be like, oh my gosh, this is an answer to prayer. Now, of course, we have to have relatively good communication skills or they won't hear us. Maybe I'm going too fast. So we have to be able to uncover needs. So here's how we do this on social. The first way is a value video, kind of like this video. So this is like a very meta video where I'm doing a video to get more engagement, to schedule appointments, but the topic is getting more engagement and scheduling appointments. So this is a meta video. And so what I'll do is I'll say things like, you can say things in your video, they're like, if this is something that is relatable for you, say I can relate in the comments. Or another thing easy to do, which, I did in this video and the last one, is if you want the notes for whatever I'm sharing with you, just let me know. You don't need to type it out on a piece of paper. It's just easier for me. You can just copy and paste it, or just type it in a message. It's really simple, but it helps people, right? They're able to consume it a little bit better, because when we're scrolling through Facebook, it's not like we have a notepad. That's ridiculous, right? And so then they're like, hey, I want the notes, or hey, I can relate to that problem, or this has happened to me. So that's one way we get some engagement. The other way we get engagement is with hand raisers. So yesterday I was working on just getting all of our templates together, and I thought, okay, well, for our clients, and it's like, well, maybe this will be good, for a lead magnet for us. And so I posted on my page, I am working on putting together, I don't remember the exact words, 21 post templates that are proven to increase engagement. Who wants one when I'm done? And I got 60, 50 comments in a day. Now, this doesn't happen all the time. Sometimes I post something and it's just a few comments, but this one really, really took off. And so I'm not done with that yet, but when I'm done with it, I can go back to them and I can say, here's the thing that you wanted. Is it okay if I drop the link here? And then they'll say, yes, please, and thank you. So now we're having a good conversation back and forth. So this is the first thing is all of this requires that if we want to get appointments from social, we have to be consistent with our social media. Now, not every single post will get us appointments. Sometimes I have appointments for people that have been listening to my stuff for a long time. One of the people who commented on that thing, I didn't recognize her name, but she's like, I've been following some of your tips, and look, I'm getting distributed more. I was like, oh, that's so cool. I'm so happy about that. Like, some people are watching your stuff and they're not commenting, and so we have to be consistent and we have to keep pouring into our audience. So we have to post consistently, and then we also have to message people and let them know about the post. And this is the thing that Facebook algorithm literally cannot send every single post to every single person. It is not going to happen. It's just not feasible, regardless of how good your content is. And so one of the things that we want to do in order to strike up more conversation is we can take a batch of people each week and we can just message them and say, hey, I just did a replay or I just did a live on getting unstuck about inviting to sales conversations. Would you like the replay? And if they say yes, now they're like, I have a need to get more appointments. Or we can message them and say, hey, I just created this resource. Would you like a copy? I'm not sure if you saw the post. And if they say yes, right, then there's someone who has just, we've uncovered that need. So once we give them the freebie, so that's the first thing. We got to do the value videos, we got to do the hand raisers. I'm going to message people about those things. Then we can ask a follow-up question. And we could be like, have you done this before? Or are you just starting out? Are you using blank now? Or are you looking to start? How quickly are you hoping to result? And then they'll tell you, and you can say, oh, tell me more about that. And then they'll tell you more because you care about them. And it's a natural conversation. So then, at that point is when we're able to say, hey, I've got an idea. What if we got on a call, we talked through this thing and that thing, and I can share with you how we're helping people with these results, and if you want to learn more about it, great. And if not, no big deal. Is that something you'd be open to? And let's see what they say. We can't have people come to appointments if we don't offer appointments. We can't offer appointments unless we start conversations that are about problems and goals and needs. And so this is the way we want to do it. So that's like the major way that we schedule appointments, or invite people to events. Now the other way is just straight outreach to appointments. And so just like what I mentioned earlier, when we can just grab a batch of people from our group and say, hey, I just want to let you know I made a thing on Thing. Would you like me to get you a copy? Maybe you didn't see the post. We can also do the same thing for appointments. So we can reach out and say, hey, I'm so happy you're part of the group. I'm reaching out to a handful of group members right now to see if you'd be open to having a conversation about what's important to you when it comes to blank, whatever topic, and how we help people get there easier and faster. It would take X minutes. You don't have to get anything. See something that's helpful, of course, I can share more about it. Is that something to be open to? Now, this works better if they have consumed content or had some conversation with you. And if they haven't consumed a good amount of content, it's probably like a 2-part conversation. Like the first part is like brainstorming or chatting, right? Like just building that relationship and then inviting them to an actual conversation where you share an offer. Like before, like they might not be in a position where they give you consent to share an offer, but you could start with like a brainstorming conversation, which a lot of those will just lead to a sales conversation. Do want to know more about what you do. And so those are the different ways that we can schedule appointments through social. It's not sexy, it's not glamorous. There isn't a magical post. Some things work better than others. I've posted, 4 or 5 lead magnets the past month. One yesterday just took off. So that's good to know, right? If we find stuff that takes off, then, it strikes up more conversations. So we have to keep trying different things. Some things work better than others. Some topics work better than others. We just have to keep, providing value, meeting our community members where they're at, thinking about problems they have, like the one we're talking about today, walking them through them, and giving them an opportunity to have a conversation. So Those are the best ways that are working right now to schedule appointments. I have some notes here. If you want them, feel free to drop the word notes, and I'll message you the Google Doc a little bit later today or tomorrow or whatever. So hope this was helpful for you. Have an amazing day, and I'll chat with you soon. All right, bye.